Hey, if you haven't heard today, you are very, very loved. So, yesterday was 11/11, and a lot of spiritual people understand that there was a lot of work that was done yesterday. But not as many know that today is Diwali, which is a day that light triumphs over darkness. So today has been a glorious day for me and many other people in the world. Um, I'm stepping out and talking a little bit today because we've got some exciting things in the works. I want to start sharing with everyone my journey. It has been quite a while, quite a while coming to start talking about it because it was very hard and difficult. We're each on a path, trying to figure out who we are. And once we figure it out, everything starts to fall into place. It starts to work easier. But it's hard. It's really hard because we have so many beliefs that are just wrong, so many boxes we have to work out of. The best thing that you can do for yourself is work on the blocks that are keeping you blocked. Some people call this shadow work. Other people call it, working through your sins or your karma. But regardless of what you call it, the reason it's so important to work through it is because it brings you closer to your higher selves. So I'm going to start talking more about my journey and how it relates to me, who I believe Jesus to be, and many of the other holy people who have come down here. And I say holy, but it really means spiritual, right? And I really mean you too. We set things up and we figured these people are amazing. What they did is awesome. And I can only try to be like them, which is true. We can only try to be like somebody else because there's nobody else in the world like you. Trying to be like anybody else it's fruitless in many ways because you're unique. Who you are is special and wonderful, and you cannot compare yourself to anybody else. The only thing that each of us can do is compare ourselves today to how we were yesterday. Are we progressing? Are we going further on the path down to a place that is helping us obtain higher understanding, enlightenment, whatever the word it is? And how are we doing that? I know there are lots and lots of services out there that cost a lot of money, and it gets to a point that it almost becomes frustrating. So I'm going to start offering my services to a wide variety of people for a very, very, very affordable price. We're going to set up a Facebook group. We've got a website going, and we're going to start sharing. It's not even just about me and what's been given to me, because what I want to do is help you obtain your own knowledge because you're on your own path. So what's been given to me is great. It may be some of the puzzle pieces that help you unlock your own path. But really, the most important thing is that the path that you're on, that you're walking it in a way that progresses you forward and helps you. So we've got some exciting news coming, and this is just kind of the tip of the iceberg. But I wanted to talk about ego for a minute, because in part of I call them downloads. You can call them conversations with God. For me, they're one and the same. But with my conversations with God, one of the information that was brought to me is that we actually have 3 egos. We have our physical ego, we have our soul, our emotional ego, and we have our spiritual ego. So we we have 3 different areas to work in. And when you start working on problems in your life, you'll probably find out, like I did, that it's layers. It's like, I don't know how many times I've been like, didn't I already do this? Didn't I walk through this and kind of resolve it? And I did on one layer. But that's part of what I'm going to be sharing too, is the 3-in-1. Because spiritually, we are stepping into a place that many of us in this realm of existence have not been in for many, many long time. For many, many long time, for many, many years. And I'm talking thousands of years. And there are some who have kept it, kept the traditions, are in contact with our ancient ancestors. We have cellular memory. We have blood memory. We have DNA memory. We have memory within our physical bodies. So I'm really excited to start sharing what's been given to me. Healing modalities in the 3-in-1. Learn language in the 3-in-1. There is so much that I have been shown. And the best part of it is it's just a foundation. Because your path, you're going to be able to pick up and use what works for you and create what's best for you. So keep watching. We've got some amazing things coming, and I'm super, super excited. And it's not going to cost thousands of dollars. That's the thing that's held me up. Even getting to a point, somebody told me that I was, I don't know, my services were worth $25,000 a day. And I said, well, that's wonderful. I can't even afford myself. It's ridiculous. We're going to shift it. Everything is shifting right now. Why not the way that we handle money? Why not the way that we handle spirituality? So many things have been hidden and almost piecemealed out if you had the money or the determination to do lots and lots of reading. Well, I'm here to tell you that that too can shift, and it's going to shift in my realm. It already has, because all of the information that I've been given has not been from books, has not been from researching. It's been given to me directly from Source, from the Creator, from God, and it can be given to you that way too. And I'm going to show you how. I'm going to show you how you can tap in and how you can start getting it. And I'm not going to ask you for thousands of dollars. I'm not going to ask you for hardly anything. But what I will ask for is participation, for you to come in and give as much as you receive. And some days you may give more, and some days you may receive more. And that's okay too. We're going to have in our community the real truth, the real talking, because so often it's like we feel like we have to be perfect, you know? What we show in the background has to be perfect. How we speak has to be perfect. And in reality, no one's there. There's no one here that's perfect, and there's no one here that knows everything either. I want you to understand that. You are going to be the best tool that you have in your tool belt. And some days it's hard, and it's okay to talk about it. Some days our vibration or the energy that we stand in, the emotions that we stand in are very low. And by low, I don't mean like high and low, like lower down and higher up. Low, I mean as in it's a sound. Vibration is a sound. It's actually a lower sound, and it runs very, very slow. So we're going to talk about all of this, and I am excited to hear what you have, the puzzle pieces you have, and I'm excited to share those that I have. But the point is, we have to start sharing with transparency, with eager, with excitement, because if we don't get to that next level, then we're just constantly questioning, what is it? What does it mean? Close your eyes. Think of a perfect society for you. And for me, a perfect society also contains imperfections. Because for me, I always want to be learning and growing. I don't want to know and have it all. Could you imagine having everything and having it be perfect? It would be, you would get so used to it, you wouldn't even understand. You wouldn't understand what imperfect meant. You wouldn't understand what pain meant or sorrow meant. And those understandings are very, very important. For me, though, a perfect place, let's think about it, would be where a child could come to a parent and say, hey, I'm having issues and I feel very depressed. I feel very maybe even suicidal. And being able to talk about it without saying, there's something mentally wrong with you. In many indigenous races around the world, shamans have to go through a lot, and they think about suicide, and they think about a lot of different issues that we today, in today's society, we set up as mental illness, and that's not the case. So if you're feeling that way, I am so sorry, and I've been there too. And there's information that's out there, and it's time to start sharing. So I'm going to share with you what I've learned directly from Abba, and it'll either resonate with you or it won't. If it resonates, come join me. If it doesn't, that's okay. I still love you. I still really love you. So stay tuned. Feel free to reach out and ask me more questions. I'm here personally, not on the clock, not thinking about money, not worried about how I'm going to make ends meet. We've got that covered. What I'm worried about is helping you. And if you're worried about how you're going to make ends meet, let's get that covered too, because there is abundance here. We are amazing spiritual beings. We are quantum beings experiencing a physical life. There is no limitation to the amount of abundance, and that means money or any other aspect in this physical realm that we need. We can create it. I've manifested and created things in my world physically, okay? And I'm going to show you how I've done it, and I'm going to help you figure out how you do it, because your path is different than mine. So let's get together and start working. I'm super excited. Talk to you soon.